Did you know that John MacArthur, one of the most influential pastors of our time, left behind a financial legacy so surprising, it brought his family to tears, not because of greed, but because of what it revealed? Known for his unwavering devotion to Scripture and decades of service at Grace Community Church, MacArthur's passing in early 2025 left a huge void in the evangelical world. But what came next wasn't just the outpouring of tributes, it was the stunning discovery of how he planned his fortune, and the emotional impact it had on his loved ones. For over 5 decades, MacArthur preached without compromise, gaining millions of followers worldwide. While many speculated about his financial standing, few knew the true extent of his wealth. Reports suggest that his estate, built not only from his pastoral role but also from best-selling books, conferences, and media, was valued in the tens of millions. Yet, the emotional reaction from his family wasn't about the size of his wealth, but how he chose to use it. What they found was a carefully structured will that prioritized faith, charity, and legacy over luxury. Instead of dividing his fortune traditionally, MacArthur directed a substantial portion of his estate toward Christian education, missions, and theological training. He left millions to institutions he personally supported during his lifetime, including the Master's Seminary and several international ministries. His family was moved to tears not out of disappointment, but pride, realizing that even in death, MacArthur had remained committed to spreading the gospel above all else. His children later shared that his final wishes weren't just instructions, but a sermon in themselves. In addition, MacArthur left personal letters for each of his children and grandchildren, encouraging them to pursue lives of integrity, humility, and service to Christ. These letters, filled with scripture and personal reflections, quickly became more valuable than any material inheritance. His family has since spoken publicly about how those words gave them comfort, direction, and an even deeper understanding of the man they called husband, father, and grandfather. Interestingly, John MacArthur's financial legacy has reignited discussions within the Christian community about wealth and stewardship. Known for his criticism of the prosperity gospel, MacArthur lived a relatively modest personal life despite his earnings. His decision to funnel so much of his estate into ministry efforts sends a clear message, one that challenges leaders and followers alike to reflect on how resources can be used to further spiritual, not just personal, gain. As tributes continue to pour in across the world, it's clear that MacArthur's influence won't fade anytime soon. His books are still being published posthumously, and his teachings continue to be broadcast across multiple platforms. But perhaps his most lasting impact is how he chose to finish his race, quietly, generously, and with eternal purpose. In the end, the fortune he left behind wasn't measured just in dollars, but in faith, conviction, and a powerful example for generations to come.